Hey guys, J-Man here. I don't know what happened there. My logo got cut off, but it is what it is. You know who it is anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, okay. So yeah, I posted a poll in the chat for who should actually face Bianca, Alexa, or Bailey. So go ahead and vote on that. Before we get going, let's do a couple of updates here. So tomorrow night on the Action Elite, I'll show you that. That's the Action Elite YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed to that. Tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about Conan the Barbarian, my favorite movie of all time. I've already started a little Conan pile here. There's too many Conan stuff to show, but there's some boxes there, right there. That's got some figures. I've got all these figures. I'm only bringing out 2 because there's just too many. And that's my Conan shelf right there. There's just so many things. Well, I'm not going to go through all of it, but we're going to talk about Conan the Barbarian, the first movie. We're going to probably talk about Conan the Destroyer. And we're going to talk about the 2011 Jason Momoa Conan the Barbarian. And I just recently rewatched it after a long time of not seeing it. So I'm going to give my thoughts on that. Has my opinion changed? Do I like it more? Do I like it less? So we'll find out tomorrow on theactionelite.com. That's the website, and the channel is at Action Elite. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that. Thursday, we're going to be talking about John Carter, or John Carter of Mars, or the Barsoom movie, or whatever. So this is going to be sort of a going back to my first video. The first video I ever posted was my review of John Carter. So Sean and I are going to cover that movie on the Days of High Adventure, and that's going to be Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. And I think that is it. Oh, well, of course, there's Friday, which is going to be basically we're going to do all the movies to get to the final 2 for the Space Opera tournament. So I'll show you guys quickly where we're at here. This is where we're at. So this Friday, we're going to do Yor versus Outland and Space Raiders versus Space Hunter. We're just going to do all 4 and get down to the final 2. All right, we're trying to end this thing before we die of old age or Christmas, whichever comes first. So we're gonna do all 4 of those suckers on Friday. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, cool. Okay, let's bring in my co-host. Hey, Steve.
Hey, J-Man.
All right, and we'll just put your link up. The link's in the chat anyways, and it's in the description. That's for Steve's authors page, so make sure you check that out. New book coming soon, so that'll be there, and it's also on Amazon. So if you just search his name on Amazon, you should be able to find it there, and it's on any Amazon, so it doesn't matter where you are, you should be able to find that. Yep. Okay, let's take a look here. How many pages do I got to go through here? Oh, it's only a 1-pager. Okay, but it's a full 1 page. It's like scribbles everywhere. It's a full page. We could talk about, I guess, Barry Windham if you want to talk about Barry Windham.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Like I was sorry to hear he had a heart attack and whatnot. So
yeah, we've lost a lot of people. Basically, it's getting so crazy that every stream I'm going on, I have to mention whatever that stream is, the person involved with. It's like Albert Pio. I'm on Action Elite. We have to stop everything. Albert Pio died. Big loss, right? We're on here. Barry Windham. There's somebody else. Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley passed away. Kirstie Alley was a shocker because A, she wasn't that old, and B, I didn't know she was sick.
I didn't know she was sick either. Obviously Saavik from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan is like my big one for her. But I did like her in Cheers. I watched when she was on Cheers. Yep.
When Shelley Long left, it's like, who are they going to replace her with? And then this gorgeous brunette shows up with those legs, and it's like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, no, that was because I mean, I thought she was better looking than Shelley Long.
I did too. Like, I basically had Ted Danson's reaction when the Sam Malone character first sees her, where he's like, "Whoa!" and I was like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
In the movie Runaway, she's gorgeous, and then she has to strip down, and it's like that. This is my favorite scene.
Yeah,
Gene
well,
Simmons and mechanical spiders. Who cares?
Yeah, Runaway. I have that. I've got that movie. I
as for
should
the
upgrade
wrestling,
that.
yep. As for the wrestling thing, Barry Windham's 62.
That's young.
That's very young. Underrated definitely as a heel. They screwed him up a couple times with WWE runs. They gave him the Widowmaker gimmick, which didn't go anywhere. They gave him the Stalker thing, which was just an embarrassment. His best thing was when he was teaming with Mike Rotunda, as I believe it was there were so many names of the Express. I think they were the US Express, but I may be mistaken there. There were so many Express tag teams.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yes, I remember this.
Rock and Roll Express and all that.
Express, yeah.
I got so confused because the 80s was the tag team generation for the wrestling. There were so many tag teams. British Bulldogs, Beefcake and Valentine, Fabulous Freebirds were around. The Killer Bees. Like there was a ton of them. But underrated. He was terrific when I think he was a horseman. I think that he had a great run as a horseman. Very sad to hear what happened to him. Way too young and very underrated as a wrestler.
Yeah, we lost Jason David Frank, who's he's the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the Red Ranger, and the Black Ranger. He was 2 Red Rangers. He was 5 Rangers. Everyone's like Green Ranger. Obviously, Green Ranger is my favorite. I met him. The picture is this one right there. It's just off camera. But he was awesome. So I don't know where to place him. Like he's kind of a fighter. He did do some fights. So I mean, we lost. This is crazy. There's like so many, and like big ones where you're like, oh my god, like I think Green Ranger for me was the biggest one because like that's like my favorite. Like everyone knows I love the Green Ranger so much that my employees at my escape room, they're my employees, so they're all like 20 something. I'm like double their age, and for my birthday, one of them bought me a Green Ranger pin. She's like, I know you love the Green Ranger,
Yeah.
And we lost Batman. Hey, Double C. Yeah. So again, every stream I go on, right, and I was on Clobberin times, right, and then Kevin Conroy. It's just like it seems like wherever I go, whatever I like, someone's passed away because every stream I'm on, I have to start it off with some sort of tribute to the person or whatever. It's just it's crazy.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous, man. And it's just even for guys. I know, J-Man, you're not a sports person, but recently in the hockey world, they lost an all-time great was Boris Salming, who was a Maple Leaf defenseman, and he was one of the first Europeans. I think he might have been the first Swedish player in the NHL.
Oh, wow.
And he was an inspiration. Like you see the Swedish players today, and they will get misty-eyed when they talk about this guy because it's not the same as like Jackie Robinson, but it's equitable in the sense that he took a lot of crap. They didn't want him there. Swedes can't play hockey. Like he passed away, and immediately the Swedish players on the Leafs just, they blew up. Like they started to play with crazy because they wanted to honor him. And it's like we've lost so many people this year. It's just freaking nuts.
I mean, yeah, I don't watch the Oscars or anything, but like, I mean, maybe I'll tune in on YouTube for when because they usually do their thing, right?
Yeah.
So hey, Chillmonger, how's it going?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like he had ALS, and then he showed up to Toronto for it was a Hall of Fame induction ceremony because there was a lot of Swedish players who got in, the Sundins twins, Daniel Alfredsson with Ottawa. And then, boom, he's gone. 71 again.
Maybe he was just living just to get that done. You think like sometimes that happens, eh? Like
I'll be honest with you, I think he was helped out.
Oh, yeah. You
because
can do that in Canada for those.
Yeah,
who don't know.
he couldn't rate like Daryl Sittler had to raise his arm to the crowd for him. He couldn't raise his own arm, so.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'd have to see what situation I'm in, but like, I think that I'm like, no, I will like
I'll
freeze
figure it out.
freeze my brain. It's like I gotta see, I gotta see where this is gonna go. I gotta see if Star Trek's gonna happen. Like, I
You
can't.
gotta see Doctor Who,
Yeah.
100th anniversary.
Oh God, I have to be there for the 100th anniversary. There's no way they can't do it without me. So
I agree.
um, all right, guys. Well, let's get into it here. NXT. We had Roxanne Perez and Indy Hartwell. I said Roxanne. Yeah, Roxanne Perez won that. She said something about pop rocks, or is that a move?
That's her finisher. It's basically, yep.
Yeah, I just like that name. I was like, oh my God, pop rocks. I love pop rocks.
She does a sunset flip power bomb as her finisher. I'll be honest with you. They call her the Prodigy. I'm not seeing it. I don't know. I don't see it. Like, she's okay, right? Like, she's extremely young, so I guess that's impressive.
Right.
But I'm not seeing it. Like, she's in the Iron Woman thing tournament, whatever, and I'm just like, I think there's people I would rather see in there. Right. And especially over Indy Hartwell, who I happen to really like.
Is she in there? No. Yeah, we've got 4 people confirmed.
Right, and
we have 5 now. No, they're going to confirm the rest tonight, right?
Right.
Okay, then we had Kiana James versus Fallon Henley, and there's a clean win, which I was like, oh, I guess is that are they ending that feud or what's going on? I don't know.
Well, I didn't quite understand why Kiana James lost last week if she was just going to go over on Fallon Henley this week. Like, and I don't really understand, like, okay, so does she get the bar? Like, I don't understand. Like,
I totally don't understand. I've been paying attention to that, and I totally do not understand what is happening.
No, I don't get it at all. All I know is Kiana James is a very attractive woman. That's all
for sure. Fallon's pretty good too.
Fallon's pretty good too. Yeah. Different.
Pretty much 95% of anyone in this thing is in all of those are all pretty. Like, it's like at some point you're thinking, oh yeah. It's like, I don't know anymore. It's just everybody.
Yeah. Well, I've started to form my top 5 for NXT. I don't know if you have yet.
No, I'm not there yet. Like, for favorite like characters or whatever. Like, just I mean, I'd say Mandy Rose is awesome. I do like Kiana James. I like Cora Jade.
Yeah. You're naming everyone in my top 10.
Yeah. I mean, Nikita Lyons, I mean, she's awesome. Well, I don't know about her character, but like, she has to be in the top. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I like that surfer girl.
Saruka.
She looks good. Looks good, but I mean, like, also, like, the athleticism is fun.
Right.
So we have to see what to do with that character. But yeah, I'm not sure if I have I haven't thought it through.
I can tell you that my top 5 as of right now, number 1 is probably, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put 3 as 1 is Toxic Attraction.
Okay.
They are awesome. I love the 3 of them together, and I love them all for different reasons. I love JC James, like, mocking everyone, Gigi Dolan. I don't know. I just find them awesome. 2 is Alba Fire. I really like Alba
she's
Fire
good.
a lot.
Yeah.
I like her look, and yeah, it's hard to ignore. 3 is Zoe Stark.
Yeah, she's good. She was on main event. Zoe versus Dana Brooke.
5 is Kiana James. And no, 4 is Cora Jade, and 5 is Kiana James.
Yeah,
that's my top 5
is
right
good.
Now.
Yeah, Kiana James is good. Where's my? I don't think how do I lose these things on StreamYard so easily? I don't know why I lose them so quickly. What the heck? Oh, there you go.
There you go. That's hard to ignore.
Hey, Brian, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I agree with that. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah. Okay, so the Iron Survivor. So they went through. Sorry.
Yeah.
So they went through. I saw my cough Well, let me take a drink of my poo water.
Alondra Blaze was unearthed from wherever the hell she was. I'm like, and it was Alondra Blaze. I'm like, you guys are going back to that one because she was
Where did you dig
Medusa.
up that old fossil? Han Solo from
she still looked good though.
Oh, she looked good. I know.
Yeah.
I know. So they
Molly
talked about
Holly.
Roxanne. I like Molly Holly.
Yeah.
I always liked her. So Roxanne Perez, Zoe Stark, Indy Hartwell, Cora Jade, Fallon, Kiana James, Alba Fire. Then they came back and said Roxanne is guaranteed. Zoe, Cora, Kiana. Those are your 4.
So they need a face in there because they currently have 3 heels in a face.
Yeah, so they're gonna. Yeah, so who's that gonna be? Fallon?
Probably Fallon. Maybe someone they didn't mention.
Yeah. So we'll find out tonight. We had Kaden and Katana versus Nikita. And Nikita versus Toxic Attraction. Zoe came and attacked Nikita. Then there's like one of those pauses for 10 years. And they introduced Lyra Valkyria or something.
Yeah.
Valkyria. Okay, so I was like, this girl's the best already, just because like I like this kind of like first of all, her name is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, let's see what she does. I don't know this person. I don't know if she's been around before as a different character. So I don't know if this is a repackage. No.
Not that I remember.
Maybe someone in the chat knows. Yeah, so she looks cool to me. Then we went, and then there's an Elektra Lopez kind of interview. She's good.
Yeah.
Alba Fire comes out, and then it went back to this.
Yeah. Like
match.
Nikita Lyons had to I don't know, be carried around for a while and have every fan touch her boob. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah. Sign me up for that one.
Well, yeah, I'd be there. I'd be booking a flight down to Full Sail University to do that one. But
can't laugh. That automatically triggers my cough. Well, so she did that thing with her, like she tried to do. I can't do it, but like she was gonna do like a kick or whatever, and she's
like what the hell do they call that thing? It's not a savate kick, but it's
sure. Well, I couldn't tell because she didn't
even
integrate. Yeah. She didn't even like. It was like, oh, it's like she just fell right away. And people were making fun of that, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, she didn't sell it well. And then the other thing too, that this kind of actually pissed me off a bit because they just showed that clip out of context. I'm like, oh, what's going on with this girl? Why she sucks so bad? I'm like, she's faking an injury. Now you could say she didn't fake it well. You can make that thing, but also, I've never had my knee blown out, so I don't know how to fake it in the realistic way. Like it's supposed to be she jumped, so if this leg is injured, it's like you're like, oh, like it's like you just couldn't get the force. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't.
The whole thing is that her leg is supposed to be the plant leg and it's supposed to be the thrust up.
Right, and she couldn't do it.
She couldn't do it, which makes sense. She collapsed. I saw the scene. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I didn't think she particularly whiffed on it. It's just, as Brian said, it's just weird to have her lose. They did give a good reason for it, but it just kind of went like, oh, really? I will say this. Katana Chance, I have run her down a bit. She looked good in this match.
I was going to say, there's a lot of good little stuff going. That thing. I was like, Katana. I know. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm kind of liking this girl. She's looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I said there's a lot of kicks going back and forth.
She had some good offense.
It's like some high risk moves. There's some pretty good high risk moves going on. Like this wasn't too bad. It's just like, well, why is Nikita useless in this though? Like that. I mean, and you're right. They storied it. Okay, so that's fine. But like, why did they story it? Or are they? I don't know. Like, what's the long term? Who's in charge of NXT?
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is in charge. Oh, okay, he actually is. Okay, so yeah. Well, I guess he's got something planned. I don't know.
It was just a weird thing because I don't know. I don't know if it's like they don't want Toxic Attraction to lose too much, because then they'll become like Damage Control. But like it's just weird that Nikita has to be the one to take the fall in this one. It couldn't have been like
Yeah, one or the other.
shenanigans and like one of the tag champs loses, and it's like, well, they lost because of shenanigans. Why is it gotta be Nikita specifically? Because it's always like who's going to take the actual pinfall,
Right.
right? Like with Raw and SmackDown, we'll talk about this. Who took the pinfalls made sense, right? But like in this one, who took the pinfall didn't make sense. And I don't know why they had to do this whole injury thing. You don't have to sell Zoe Stark for. She's already come out saying I'm hunting, and then she beat the crap out of Sol Ruka. So it was weird.
Ruka. She just wants to flip around and
she just wants to somersault all over the place. Like,
yeah.
What's your
just
problem?
somersault into the ring. Okay, so that was NXT. SmackDown, we had Shayna versus Emma. With Madcap being there. I just like whatever.
Emma doesn't look good.
Does not look good. Oh, as a wrestler?
No.
Oh, okay.
As a wrestler.
Oh, not as a wrestler. Like as she doesn't look good like physically.
She just like she looks like a sandbag in the ring to me. Like her offense looks weak, and I don't know what it is. Like Shayna Baszler has weird matches; they don't flow very properly. It looks weird to me. It's almost like I don't know if she's not. She sells moves, but it's just like it's choppy. And Emma,
something's weird with her.
Something's off with how her matches roll, and like Emma has already she's come back. She's wrestled one match, and then she's been gone for 3 or 4 weeks, and then she's come back, and the match just didn't flow properly. I don't know how else to put it. Like it seemed that Emma was trying to do offense, and it looked bad, and Shayna was selling it, and Shayna looked bad for selling it, and then Shayna would do offense, and Emma just looks like she was totally not with it.
Yeah.
Her offense just didn't look good. And Shayna was selling it, and it made Shayna look bad. And then Shayna will twist someone's arm and put it down and then stand there. And I'm like, why is this person's arm still there? Because she's not holding it down.
Yeah, and it's like this, right? And then she goes like down. And it's like, well, I don't like just move your arm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what's happening. You could easily get out of that. I don't, I like Shayna Baszler, but there's just, you're right. There's something intangible. It's like either her physique is weird and she doesn't seem nimble or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like, oh, you're like, okay. Yeah. It's like stiff.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It's just weird. Like I don't know what it is. And then Emma, I don't really care about Emma. But I mean, whatever.
Yeah, she just looks rusty to me. She just looks like they keep pumping up that she was one of the leaders of the women's revolution, but I'm not seeing it. It looks like someone who hasn't wrestled in 5 years and then is trying to put on a performance. It just looks off.
Yeah.
So
Emma tapped out.
Yeah, she tapped out, and I'm like, I was happy when she tapped out because I'm like, just end this because this looks brutal to me. And then, yep. What's it? Sorry.
No, I was just being stupid. I was like, end the match, match.
Yeah, end the match. And then Shotzi shows up.
Yeah.
And then Raquel shows up with her broken elbow, and Shayna bails out because she's like, I'm not going to take on three people. And I'm like, okay. Ronda was off doing PR / Ronda was off training. They brought in Brian Kendrick to work with her, but that was even prior to the Survivor
games.
And I figured out, like, I'm sitting there racking my brain why that match was 7 minutes. I'm like, do they have so little faith in Shotzi that they only want to give her 7 minutes in the ring? Because Ronda wasn't dominant.
Right.
It just looked weird to me why they only gave it 7 minutes.
Yeah, no, Shotzi was doing all right. Like, I don't like this wasn't like a super brutal trash. I don't know. Like, I thought she was good. Like, people make fun of Shotzi, but I like her. But also, it's like I think it was okay. Like, she was doing some good stuff. It was really short, and there was like 2 or 3 kind of wonky moves, and then So I didn't even realize it was so short. Like I'm just watching. I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. And then it's like, oh, that didn't look so good. It's like, okay, a couple of botches or whatever. And then it was over. It's like, okay, and I didn't really think too much about it because the whole event was really long, and I got into the Bloodline storyline a lot. So I didn't really think too much about it. And then when you go back to your notes, you're like, I might still have them on me. Yeah, like this was the War Games notes. You can't tell, but let's say by my fingers. And then the Ronda notes is just like a thumb big. It's basically like two lines of
yeah.
And it's like, what happened there? And I didn't notice that until we talked about, because I don't really reread these. Like I just take my notes and move on. And then we were doing the stream. I was like, yeah, that match wasn't so bad. It was okay. It was like, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have like no notes on this. And you're like, yeah, it was 7 minutes. Like, well, there you go. And it's like, yeah, and if there's a couple of botches in a 7-minute match, that's not good, because that means like 40% of it looked bad or whatever. Now, if it was only a couple of those in a half an hour match, then it wouldn't be as noticeable, because you're like, well, if everything else is okay, then you're not going to notice it. Like look, wrestlers are human beings, Also, it's tough to say what's a botch and what's not, because in real life, if I was going to fight someone, maybe I would trip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, as long as it's not one of these where it's like, the ones that really bother me, not if someone misses or whatever. The ones that bother me is when someone's waiting. Remember, like it's like, I'm waiting to catch you. Well, how did you know I was going to run into your arms? Right, that one. Io Sky. It's like, what? How did you know I was going to run into your arms? Something where I go to punch and miss, and if the person reacts, that's bad. But if they miss and you kind of think that was probably supposed to hit, but the other person realized that it looked bad and then continued on with another move, I'm okay with that, because yeah, you're gonna miss punches, right?
Yeah, I don't mind missing punches, reversals, blocking moves, stuff like that. Stuff that it's meant to be. It's not meant to be like, that sort of thing where you're sparring with someone and they allow you to do things. It's supposed to be a fight, right? Like that's the thing. It's supposed to be a competition. If I'm just standing there allowing you, it's not a competition, it's a slaughter.
Right.
What I realized with the 7 minutes, because I initially thought it was like, well, does WWE have so little faith in Shotzi? Then why did they even have her challenge Ronda? And then I realized it wasn't Shotzi that they didn't have any faith in, it was Ronda.
Right.
Bringing in Brian Kendrick to work with her, that's your champion. That's not a new person. That is the person holding the gold for that division.
Right. And they need training. Uh-oh.
Yep. That ain't good. My advice, have Ronda drop the gold as fast as she can and get her to hell off TV and back to the drawing board. Because I know Ronda's a sell, but her stock is taking a beating.
Yeah, we said this either the last week or the week before. This is where you're at now, in the crossroads, the fork in the road. Do you want to just go streaming? You've got your farm, you've got your kid, you stream your games, people watch her stream the games. That's all she mostly does. I subscribe to her thing.
Yeah.
Or do you want to say, okay, let's go for a run. Let's do like maybe a 3-year run. Let's just do a 3-year run and see where it goes, then reevaluate my life after. Like, you got to pick something and then you got to do it, because it's like, if you're just going to be hanging out and doing whatever, then just do that. Then I'm okay with that. You don't do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. It's your life. You do whatever the hell you want to do. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're like, it's just that she's the champion. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big time Ronda Rousey fan. I don't care. It's like, I like her. So It doesn't matter to me. And I said this last week. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what Steven says. It doesn't matter what I say. What matters is that the people paying the money, who are going to event after event. Steve and I did an event this year. I would like to do another one next year and do the meet and greets. So we won't be on TV, but I'm okay for that. So I definitely want to do that again. I'm saving up some money here and there, maybe like 50 60 bucks a month, and hopefully to get it so that we can do it. But that's not, we don't count. You need the guys, and even though, look, I've got a lot of shit over here, right? But it's the people that buy every pay-per-view, that buy then the DVDs, and then they go to the shows and they get autographs and they wear shirts. I've got like 3 or 4 shirts. Okay. Steve's got 2 or 3 shirts. That's nothing. Like my main shirt collection is superheroes. So I've got like every superhero you want. That's my main shirts that I wear. I like horror movies and superheroes. There's guys out there who are like, F this. And it's like, you need those guys that, I like Ronda Rousey anyways. So it doesn't really matter to me. Like if she doesn't want to do it anymore, like, okay, well, I'll just, I'm cool with that. So you just got to decide what she's got to do. But, what was so that's that. Oh, the next thing was, my favorite.
Hey, J-Man.
Lacey
Back to
Evans,
basics.
back to basics. So is this going to work this time or what?
I mean, they gotta do something. Like it's getting ridiculous. Like you have someone who looks amazing, she can compete in the ring, and it's just like you start with something with her and then you drop it. You start with something with her and drop it. I agree, Double C, and he's got a new avatar.
Yes, I saw that.
Have Ronda drop the belt at the Rumble. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think that needs to happen.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
Either it's the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber, one or the other.
All right. Yeah, so Lacey, repackage back to basics.
Please
see
do.
what they're gonna do.
But stick with it this time. They overproduced the last one, and then it didn't work. And then she was doing a nice heel turn, and then they took her off TV, and then she came back as a jobber. If they're going to do this, stick the hell with it, run with it, give her a shot. If it doesn't work, cut her loose, let her try her craft somewhere else. But for the love of God, just stick with it and do it this time.
And you know what? She was a Marine, so let it go. Let it go with that then.
This isn't hard.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Just use her real thing. Well, this back to basics. Let's see. Back to basics. There's people commenting. I'm a Lacey Evans apologist because like she's awesome. But like there's people like, oh, in the Marines, you can't have that hair and all that. I'm like, oh my God, she's not in the Marines anymore, dumbass. Like, she's a wrestler for Christ's sake. She was before, and then she's not anymore. It's like, oh, it's just like, but look, this is who you're dealing with. You got to know the audience, right?
So, J-Man, you know as well as I do, I dislike wrestling audiences. I can't stand the singing along with Seth Rollins' theme song.
Yeah, that's getting irritating. It's just like, okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm good.
And they're cheering Sami Zayn, and I get why they're cheering Sami Zayn, but they're cheering Sami Zayn against guys who, here's the thing, you and I are smart enough to cheer heels. Most wrestling fans are not.
Yeah, they're just dumb.
They're dumb.
I cheer everybody. Like this Raw, this Raw with like with Bayley and Becky. It's like Bayley and Becky are like, this is the great. I just be like, you're both the best. It's like I love this. Like but people did boo right. Like Bayley was getting booed pretty good. We'll talk about that. But anyways. Yeah, but the fans are dumb. Most of them are, let's say like 80% of them are pretty brutal.
And they're cheering the Bloodline. I'm like, they're your top heels, guys. Like, honestly, why are you cheering Sami Zayn over Sheamus? Like, really? It doesn't make sense to me. It makes no sense to me. And especially like now you're seeing they have to go extreme. Like Solo Sikoa basically murdered Matt Riddle. It's like, these are the guys you guys are cheering, right? Like,
yeah, we heard. I thought he passed away. I thought
he was in ICU.
Okay, so
I didn't hear he passed away. I assumed he passed away.
Yeah, that's what I
Maybe
was
he did.
thinking.
Yeah, we did
Let us
mention
know,
it,
fam.
Phantom
We talked
Bullfighter.
about it in the beginning of the stream,
Yeah.
Phantom. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we did talk about it just in the very beginning there, but I didn't have all the details, so I wasn't really sure.
I heard he was in ICU. I assumed he passed away because I heard Bray Wyatt's sister say it's not good.
Yeah, the problem is that there's a slew of these on Facebook now. My Facebook groups did not get nailed, but Clobberin Times got nailed. Clobby has been nailed so many times. So has pretty much every group I'm in. They've got these rest in peace things that come up. So it comes up saying Bruce Willis rest in peace. You're like, what? It's like, okay, he's not dead. And I've seen about 4 or 5 different celebrities now come up to the point where I'm on a Thongor Facebook group. The Thongor Facebook group had to start limiting posts and saying we're going to check everyone's post because all these fake things have been coming in. So I saw Barry Windham come up and it said RIP. So that's why I thought he did pass away. And that was like maybe like an hour before I even came on the stream today. So I don't know if that was just advanced info or if you could check right now, Steve. Yeah. So everyone is saying so Phantom and Brian are saying he's still alive. 4 or 5 still alive. Oh, it's 50-50 on our poll. Alexa and Bailey. 50-50 for who should.
Nope, not dead. Not dead yet. He had a massive heart attack. His future's uncertain, but he ain't dead yet.
Oh crap! You know what I just got?
What?
My niece and nephew bought me the first name of Bliss, and if you say the first name of Bliss, that's what they bought me. So whenever I say that name, it turns on and asks me what I want.
Oh,
I just heard it. I was like, and I said to myself, I was like, I bet you that's going to be irritating on Tuesday nights. Hold on a second. All right.
I've heard people struggle with that name.
You could say because I got my.
Yeah, they struggle with Alexa because like they'll just be talking and then Alexa will just start talking to them and it's like, I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, the thing is, I knew he was in trouble anyways. So, I got scammed. What do you want me to tell you?
I mean, we're getting scammed daily. Like, there's so much disinformation. They should just call the internet the disinformation highway.
It's the fountain of misinformation. That's what he used to Brain and Gorilla Monsoon would call him. All right, so Lacey Evans repackaged. Come on, Lacey, let's go. I've entered to win her calendar for 2023. Hopefully, I win. She's announcing the winners today or tomorrow.
You have to win.
I have to win. It's gonna be. I will win. I will win the calendar. Then I saw the calendar. I was like, ooh, I really want to win this calendar. Anyway, so yes, I do like Lacey. Oh yes, Lexi. That's good. And that Lexi, that works. Lexi Bliss. Okay, so we had damage control come in. Okay, first of all, I missed half of what was said. When Bailey said buffalo, that's it. I was done. I'm like, this is the absolute. She's like, you think I want to be here in buffalo? And that's it for J-Man. I'm like, I'm done. I can't even read what I wrote after. I just wrote buffalo, and then I was just like dying the whole time. So she was saying something about like I was in War Games for 95 minutes or something. Shit, I didn't realize it was 95 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, the total of damage control was there for 90 some odd minutes.
Oh, so that was awesome. I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I couldn't take it. And then Liv Morgan came out. Woohoo! So I'm wearing my Liv today.
Yeah.
Live free or die hard. So Liv came out. Fighting all 3. She's like, I like those odds. I'm like, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that was cool. She started to get beat up.
Yeah, she was doing okay for a bit, but you can't really,
No, she got beat. She's getting beat up. And in comes Tegan Knox.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. So
back from the dead. She's another one who was like let go of, and I'm like, why? She came back in, and damage control continued their recent ways of being overwhelmed by less people. And we're sent packing. I will be honest with you. Tegan Knox and Shotzi were a tag team. I hope they reform with Liv Morgan as a faction, and I hope they're called the TCB.
Oh my God, that'd be the best.
If they're called TCB to take on Damage Control, that will be the end of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, hold on, would you say take back control?
Yes, take back control.
Take back control, yeah. So, that'd be good.
But, yeah, me too, Phantom Outsider. Of course, the Toronto Blue Jays have been doing nothing. But there's been some good stuff happen, so.
I know nothing. This is baseball, Major League Baseball, right?
Baseball. The winter meetings are this week, and this is when usually a lot of moves take place. A lot of athletes make $300 million this week.
Oh, send one to me. I just want one of it. I don't need all of it. Just give me one.
So I like Tegan Knox. She has history with
look her up.
What's her name? Oh my God, I'm whiffing on her name on Damage Control.
Oh, you're talking about
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. Yeah, they said that, right?
They have history. They were a tag team. Dakota Kai stabbed her in the back at, I think, War Games.
Oh my God.
Or something like that. Tegan Knox also teamed with Shotzi. I like Tegan Knox. She's super attractive, even with the rainbow hair. She didn't have that last time. Yeah. And she's feisty. She's energetic, and I generally just like her. So I'm glad she's back. I want to see what they do with her.
All right, there she's got an action figure, so there you go. We had a main event, which was Zoe Stark versus Dana Brooke. Zoe Stark won. I mean, I just watched it just because it happened to be on right after SmackDown here. I now record half an hour after the fact because NXT always goes to 210, 215. So yeah, I mean, it was an okay match. Whatever. All right, Raw. Bayley came out in an awesome outfit. That's number one. And we had Becky again in the audience because that was genius last time. And then Becky came in, and them talking back and forth was genius as usual for me. Becky Lynch can literally do no wrong. Even if she makes mistakes, it's still the best. She meant that. If she makes a mistake, it was the best mistake she meant to do. I love Becky Lynch. Bayley's awesome too, obviously. If you look at my collection, it seems like I'm more of a Bayley fan because I have a lot of Bayley stuff, but I don't have anything for Becky Lynch. But yeah, that was awesome. Going in the audience again, the little girl holding the sign, she's like, that's a great, watch back, that little girl was she's as pale as me, and she became as red as this shirt. She was like, oh, it's like, because it's just like, oh my God, what's going on? You can
it's Becky.
It's Becky. I love the fans that get really excited. When we were there, the girl in front of us was so pumped up for Bliss.
Yes.
Lexi Bliss. And she's like, oh my God, Lexi. She was like just dying over her. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it was basically Bayley, Rhea, and Asuka fighting to see who was going to go to the next week match against the winner of Lexi, Nikki, and Bex. And then that person would face the winner of this one, and that person would then face
Bianca.
Bianca. I think this one was better than the other one.
Yes.
Which I didn't think would be the case.
No, I thought it would.
Oh, you thought this one would be a better match than the other one? Oh, okay.
Let me just say, Bayley's a vet. She's great she may have lost some of her spring, I guess, but she's still a veteran. She knows how to work a match. Rhea Ripley is imposing. She knows how to, her matches are hard hitting and they look good. Asuka, I'm going to say something weird. I still think Asuka is somewhat underrated.
I think she is. I know she was NXT champion forever. Asuka's freaking awesome.
She is.
I don't know, man.
Continues to amaze me. The variety
of
things she does. Outside the usual hip attack and the combo moves and that, but those look awesome. And then she'll hit a low release German suplex or something. She'll put you in an ankle lock. She'll put you in an armbar. Like, Asuka is a unicorn. She can pull out anything out of anywhere at any time, and it all looks good. I love her look.
Yeah, for sure.
I love her ability to. Yes, she'll take shots. I agree, Brian. She is the best worker in the division, 100%. She is so underrated still, and she's been champion multiple times. It's.
She's awesome. I mean, continuously, I'm like, yep, she's awesome. It's like every time she does anything, she looks cool. Like, we were talking about the repackaging, and it's like, you know what? Just let her continue on. She's fine. She's still good the way she is. Hasn't really gotten boring for me because it's still pretty new for me. So I like her a lot. I like Japanese stuff anyways.
I mean, she brings everything, and the lady's 41 and she's still working like this, and she's incredible. She's an incredible person. You have 3 really strong talents working a match. I thought this was better than some of the pay-per-view matches I've been watching.
I agree with that.
Really, really awesome match.
There's a lot of good back and forth stuff. Yeah. Bailey to belly, all that, and we had
Bailey to belly. Like, Rhea took a couple of kicks. Rhea's really good at selling hard moves. Like, she goes down like a freaking sack of potatoes.
Oh shit! When she fell after that one, it's like she did a Ric Flair.
Yeah,
it was a Ric Flair fall. I was like, oh my god, it's a Flair fall.
Yeah, it was. She's awesome. Rhea Ripley is really awesome, and I think she's really enjoying her character, which makes her better.
And when she enjoys it, we enjoy it too. Because it's like you can just see that she's super into what's going on.
Yeah.
And like she's always whispering to Dom, and you're like, it's like, really, there's nothing to whisper about right now.
No.
Like, it's like you already said your piece, and then she whispers. It's like, ha ha ha. It's like, well, what is she saying? I don't.
Dom is great in the fact that he absolutely sucks.
Listen. Look. This has become. I'm 180ing because to me now it's like, well, you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like this does fit for him.
Yeah.
So you got to go with what fits for him, and that's okay.
Yeah.
If you're going to be like a schmucky kind of guy, it's like play up to that. I think he's having fun being a schmuck. It's like, yeah, I'm this guy. Oh, I've got Rhea Ripley. I got this hot chick next to me. And it's like she could beat you up, and it's like this is kind of funny. And man, that is hilarious.
Dom is top 3 heat with the fans.
They despise that guy. But I like that he's kind of smiling about it. Like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, go with it, buddy. Because here's what's going to happen. After a while, he's getting better. This character's working for him. He's getting better. Eventually, the real fans will start to be like, you know what? This guy's putting his time in, right? Like, he does show up every week. He's putting his time in, right? It's like, okay.
Speaking of poker.
Oh my God, this poker, like Tozawa winning all the money the last match. I was like, this is the funniest thing ever.
Yes, she somersaulted onto her back like it was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Brian, man, don't make me laugh. It's like I'll start harking away here.
But yeah, this was a great match. No arguments. I thought Rhea would take it. Bailey winning was a nice surprise.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Riptide was in there, Rose Plant, and then she won.
And I loved the exchange between Bailey and Rhea, where Rhea says to her, "I'm not part of Damage Control. You can't order me around. I'm going to tell you how it is." And sort of.
I do like that Bailey orders people around automatically. Yeah. It's like, why am I, but that Bailey needs to be an action figure.
Yeah.
Oh, Miz. I just saw, my wife just texted me a picture of Miz on something. I don't know what's going on with Miz. Oh, our buddy Jordan just messaged me. He went to a convention
Oh yeah,
He likes to tell me what he buys.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. He'll tell me too.
he'll tell you nice. Ms., not Mix. I was like, what the heck's going on here? Ms., yeah. No, my wife just texted me Ms. Something. Let's see. Oh, People's Choice Awards.
Oh,
I don't know if you can
Miz.
tell. Yeah,
Oh,
I guess they've
nice.
chosen him for something. I don't know. But anyway, so then we had Bianca talking about praise for
It
Beck.
doesn't matter who I face because I'm the EST. Yep, I heard it. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
We had Candice LeRae interview, and then there's like a bag of money that Dexter Loomis, who I like. It's got to be the Miz with Dexter Loomis. That's funny. Now that that's kind of winding down, him and that Gargano, I don't care.
I gotta be honest with you, Dexter Loomis wrestling is funny because even when he's like in pain, he can't yell or anything. So he's just like silently suffering. It's just I found it really funny watching him in the Miz. I like Dexter Loomis just because he literally he looks the part. Johnny Gargano being with him makes 0 sense, but
yeah,
like, whatever. Yeah, Candice LeRae is cool. I just she's there.
I like Miz. I got a lot. I liked Miz a lot more after I watched the Marine, whichever one had Becky in it. And then
I liked him a lot more after watching
Hell's Kitchen,
MasterChef Jr.
or whatever it's called, MasterChef. Yes. Yeah, he was really a lot of fun on that. He was very fun. He
was hilarious.
Then we had Lexi, Nikki, Becky, all fighting.
And this match was kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Bex did a few okay things. She's the slamming thing off the top rope. She did the double leg drop, which kind of was a bit weird.
There was a lot of misses here. Like she tried to do the manhandle swam on where
that did not work out at all.
On apron. It looked bad. Like Corey Graves kept saying, "Oh, it seemed to like it was glancing, but it still did some damage." Like he said that like a few times. I'm like,
no,
yeah, you're not selling this. This doesn't look good. I don't know what it is. Alexa Bliss was like when she got angry and she put who the hell was it? Was it Nikki or was it Becky or Nikki? One of them in the Sister Abigail pose. I'm like, okay, here we go. She's going to do it because she looked like she was going to snap and then she didn't. I'm bored with Alexa Bliss. She looks incredible. She's beautiful, but I'm bored with her. I need a character change for her. Nikki Cross, yeah, I
I don't know. I like after watching the Marine. I like Miz. I don't know. I think he's funny.
But yeah, I mean, outside of wrestling, I think his shtick in WWE is a bit stale now. But like, I do like him outside of wrestling, just not really inside of it. But like Alexa just bores me. Nikki Cross, I don't know. Like she can't have a normal match because she's crazy.
So Nikki Cross drawing little characters or whatever she was doing. Did you see that, or is that just on social media?
That was social media.
Oh, so she's like drawing like weird stick figure pictures. I'm like, this is like awesome.
Well, they teased a table spot where I'm like, she would be the one to do that, but then she didn't do anything. But like, I did like at the beginning where like Nikki and Becky basically threw out a ring, and then Corey Graves is like, she's laying on our table laughing. It's like, but that Nikki Cross can't have normal matches.
Right.
So you got Alexa Bliss, who seems disengaged, whether that's her shtick or not. She just seems disengaged. Nikki Cross so if Becky Lynch is not in that match, it's bleh.
They're gonna change Lexi now. This will be it. This is gonna be this is gonna be the change. So I posted a poll. who's going to win to face Bianca. Alexa, phew, or Bailey. Oh no, it didn't work. She's talking. Oh, okay.
Alexa's gonna be the new F word for you.
I know I'm not allowed to say it. Anyway, so right now it's actually 50-50. 50-50 for Lexi and Bailey. So,
I'll be honest with you, my vote was Rhea, right? They didn't want to do it. So of the two, it has to be Bliss, because Bailey's just like, she's had every almost kind of match you can have against Bianca and she hasn't won. We need Bliss to do the heel turn badly. That has to happen. I'm not saying Bliss wins, but she has to flip out after the match and attack Bianca or something, because she'll be the interim match before they get to Rhea, which is probably going to be Rumble or afterwards WrestleMania. But that has to happen, because we already got promised that, and then Rhea need her own face and knocked her teeth out, and we didn't get Rhea for a while. In fact, we all forgot she wrestled. So we need Bianca versus Rhea at some point.
I guess for Nikki.
Yeah. She is the version of Daphne, you're right.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
So I tuned in for wrestling like when Bray was kind of doing some stuff. So I saw some of his things. I've seen every WrestleMania, and I own every WrestleMania on DVD for the first bit, and then Blu-ray for the whatever came out on Blu-ray. I own a couple of pay-per-views here and there if I found something to get, but I've seen all that stuff. I'm not a Bray Wyatt guy at all. I think it's boring. Like as soon as I see him come up, I'm like, yeah, it's time to fast forward this. So a lot of times I'm watching like PVRing it, so I'll watch it the next day and then I just fast forward that to me. I just can't get into that guy at all. I don't know what it is, and I can't get into I like Miz, but I don't care about his story that much. Like this thing, I just couldn't get into that as much. I don't know, for the men's, I like Bloodline because they're great. And I like Bobby Lashley, and I like this Austin Theory now. This more serious Austin Theory. I like this version better. Yeah, well, I don't know. I hope she doesn't go. I want Alexa Bliss to be on her own.
Yeah, I agree with that. With the men, I mean Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah,
Seth
I like
Rollins,
Kevin Owens. Yeah,
Austin Theory's good. It's yeah. SmackDown's got better guys to me now. Like you got I really like Drew McIntyre. I like Karrion Kross.
I like him.
Off top of my head, you know, I like LFD. I like Hit Row. I like more of the guys in there. Either there's got to be one of two things. You got to be super interesting in the ring, like a Ricochet or a Mustafa Ali.
Right.
Or you got to have an interesting character.
Right.
If you don't have either of those, or you only have one of those, and the one of those isn't really that great, then I don't care.
Anything with Zelina Vega in it is good.
I like LFD, man. I mean, I just am a fan. I just like their look. I like their whole shtick.
I like it all too. But what's the actual name of it?
Legados de Fantasma.
LF, no, LDF.
LDF.
There you go.
Yeah, I just like them in the suits actually, and the cigars and that, and the big like cognac or brandy or whatever the hell they're drinking, whiskey, scotch. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is all cool.
Yeah, I like Legado de Fantasma. Del Fantasma.
Yeah, here we go. How come the white
Like,
cement?
I have no idea. Like LDF, like Santos Escobar, whatever his name is,
Yep.
versus Ricochet was a sick match. The moves those guys were doing were incredible.
Yeah, they got to do something a bit more with these guys. And they mentioned Judgment Day. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious because they need to be heels. So them versus Judgment Day is heels versus heels.
Let's see if there's a see if they're saying anything.
Well,
but
put
yeah,
Ronda Rousey, Brian Kendrick. Yeah.
So I don't know how old this article is. August. Was it since August, you think? So yeah, it's like, yeah, she does need to get in there.
Yeah.
Praises Brian Hendrick, promo Brian School revealed. Brought in because, oh, here you go. 8 days ago. Oh, Ronda asked for him. So so we were saying that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there you go. Yeah, because like, I mean, you gotta do something.
With her, yeah. It's dying. And you got way more interesting characters on there right now with like Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. There's too many people who are starting to be deserving, and you're having Ronda hold it and she doesn't care. Yeah. Yeah, Dolph. When he came in, I'm like, again? Because Austin Theory's just going to run over him. I'm like, I want to see Austin Theory, and I don't want to see him get manhandled by Bobby Lashley. I want to see Austin Theory against someone we haven't seen, and for it to be
make it a match.
Make it a good match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm good with that too.
But she has to get better.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line. She has to get better. She's got the title. It's hard to, train and get better when you're expected to be on television and pay-per-views and that and perform at a high level because you are a champion. I think it was I don't know if it was Joe or Double C or Brian. Someone said something I agreed with, and it was a while ago, which is your champion should be your best worker. It should be the person who's there all the time, right, and they put on good shows.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like, I mean, I guess she's not wrestling as much either, but like, that's just making it like, even Roman Reigns doesn't wrestle much, but when he does, it's usually pretty good. Like, it's pretty epic.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns they made fun of John Cena in the 5 moves of death. Roman Reigns has 3 moves of death: Superman punch, spear, guillotine choke.
Right.
That's his 3 moves. So occasionally a Samoan drop.
Yeah, he's like more like a power move guy.
Yeah.
But the matches are exciting. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's because his character has finally connected. Right? Like the head of the table, the tribal chief, all that. And it did help that he had Paul Heyman with him.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. Roman Reigns.
The wise man.
It's like Jason Momoa.
Yep.
Like, I mean, this looks like some of these, like, it's it's exactly Jason Momoa. That's fake. There you go. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. I just watched the Jason Momoa Conan the other night again. It's like super went nowhere, but like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like this looks like Conan.
Yep.
This is a good Conan right here. They could just use Roman Reigns could just be Conan.
He could. And then he'll get into wrestling like his cousin. I mean, wrestling movies.
Yeah, exactly. They could do something with that. That'd be pretty good.
I mean, Roman is, I don't know how much he's earning in wrestling, but it's got to be like fair coin.
Yeah. Oh, Lexi's up now, so let's check the poll. All right, I'm going to close the poll. So Lexi won. So that the people have spoken.
Yeah. You need
One
Lexi
vote.
to do that character change, heel turn, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if she'll do a heel turn because she's still popular with the merchandise.
Right.
But I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Bloodline are heels, and they're like super moving merch. So I don't think it matters.
It doesn't even matter. It
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your merchandise is or what. Let's take a look. We always look at the merch before we end up, just in case something's going on. Oh, they got a Cody little character. Ah, I clicked on AJ Styles. No, I want.
And now you're buying his socks.
Yeah, I'm buying AJ Styles socks. I don't know why. Oh, look! I haven't seen this one before.
Who wants to play?
I've never seen that one before.
No, it's new.
Wow, that's really cool. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen any of these before. This is all new. I haven't seen any of this stuff. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess they're getting ready to have a character change.
Yeah, so it's like, let's sell all this merchandise off before we change it.
Ooh, look at that one.
Yeah, that's a poster. It's unsigned, but we have our autograph from this. We have this picture autographed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of this stuff is whatever. But like this shirt's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. I might grab that. Because the one I had, it was too small for me, even though it was extra large. It's like I have no idea where that came from. Oh, Cora Jade has stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Generation Jade. That's cool. They constantly have deals.
Yeah.
I like this. That's actually pretty cool.
That works.
They don't have Nikita, though. How can they not have Nikita?
They should have Nikita Lyons bras.
Yeah, I'm like, it's like you could wear it for like, it could be a scarf.
Comes with some socks and stuff in there.
Yeah, Lacey's got this thing going here. Who else do we? Oh, let's see what Asuka has.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like plaques and stuff. These are all pretty good. Oh, there's a shirt. Yeah, that's she only has the one shirt. I actually like
tomorrow's shirt.
Like this is cool.
Yeah.
That's like old Scott style without the bleeding. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, carrying Cross and SmackDown's like, oh, I've decided who my next victim is. It's like Rey Mysterio. I'm like, the guy who just got beaten with a broom by his own son.
Yeah, like
that match is going to last 38 seconds.
Yeah, like, I don't get it. Charlotte. When's Charlotte coming back?
You would think that she would be a good opponent for Bianca.
Yeah, like have they had a good match or not really?
I don't recall.
Yeah, they got this back in stock, Damage Control.
Yeah.
I don't like that one as much.
No.
I wish there was a better version of that. I might buy this Ding Dong Hello. I think that's like super funny. Anytime I go into anyone else's streams, into the chat, I say Ding Dong Hello.
But you don't add the moral.
No, I don't add that. What is this girl? Uh-oh. Okay, that's weird.
Oh, that's something she says, girl. Uh-oh.
Oh. No, I don't like any of her shirts. Let's go to I usually check Becky first, but I check it all the time. I'm definitely ordering this. That's 100%. This is awesome. I'm definitely ordering it for sure.
Mark's office Bex.
I don't know why that's even a thing,
I
but I'm
still
definitely
remember
ordering
when Rhonda came back and she made challenge Becky, and she's like, "Oh, Rebecca," and that. She's like, "Thanks, Rhonda, for using my government name."
it. That's awesome. Let me see. Where's
Oh my god!
Let's look at Rhea Ripley. While I'll open a new tab. Ronda Rousey.
Can I get a Rey Mysterio plaque with Dom beating his broken leg with a broomstick? I will not stop laughing over that. I was literally crying. I had to watch it twice. I was laughing through it the first time.
No, they changed. They wouldn't let me
Unfortunately, there's a buffalo named Bailey.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no, okay. That's not it. I'm telling you, when she said buffalo, the thing is, I follow her on Instagram, so it's like she's got these clips of her just bad mouthing everybody, and then there's a clip of saying, "Hi, I'm Bailey. I have this toy drive annual. I'm doing this annual toy drive that I've been doing a couple of years now. You could go on this website. We send gifts to people who need them." Like, wait, what's happening here? It's like 1 second ago you were saying everyone's trash, and then it's like, I don't know. Oh, are you in Buffalo, Brian? I didn't know. That's awesome. Well, she was like, oh, she's just so funny, and that outfit was killer, and her hair looked good. I definitely want like that would be a good figure. Becky Lynch, I want a figure of every outfit she's ever had. It's like I just want to have like walls of like all the Becky Lynch outfits. But like, oh, it's too. But like Becky coming out, like Bob has now been there. Somebody CGI'd Bob and put him next to CGI Becky in that video game. And you're like, it's like tag team champs. I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. Oh no, she's from San Jose.
Oh, he's in
Oh,
San
okay.
Jose.
Cool.
Yeah, she would get pops back home.
She has a sister too, right, Bailey?
I think so.
Yeah. Because she did a stream where like you could see her family and all that, so that was kind of interesting. But all right, guys, I think we're gonna end it off there. Tomorrow night on the Action Elite, so not here, Action Elite's website. Website, I guess, but also the YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about Conan, my favorite movie, The Barbarian with Schwarzenegger. We're gonna talk about Conan the Destroyer, and we're gonna talk about Conan, the Jason Momoa Conan movie. I'll let you know what my opinion is tomorrow. Thursday, we're doing the Days of High Adventure, and we're going to be talking about John Carter of Mars, the movie, my first ever YouTube channel, or my first ever video on my YouTube channel. And then Friday is the Space Opera Tournament. 4 movies this time. We're just going to get through them all because we've talked about these movies so much now. We can quickly just go through and just get them all done, so we don't have to extend this into another week. And then we'll take the rest of December off. And we'll reconvene sometime in January, and we'll see what we want to do then.
So the wrap up is this Friday. Everything?
No, not of everything.
Okay.
So let's take a look here. It'll be 16th. No, 9th, and then 16th it'll end.
So 16th is the final.
This is to get and that way we're done well in time before all of the holidays, Christmas. Right? Yeah. Then we'll just take the rest of the time off. And then January, I'm going to see what we're going to do, and we'll take some votes. We'll just talk amongst ourselves. Maybe I'll put something up on Twitter, see if there's there's Maxploitation. So like post-apocalyptic. There's like fantasy. So Sean has already sent me a list for fantasy. And we might do it a little bit quicker, where we'll do like, again, like it won't necessarily be like, I might do one video where we just have all the movies that we are thinking about, and then we just pick the 16, and then like it'll just be fast. Like, this movie's in, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. We pick the 16, that's gone. Then one video where we pick out of the 16, we pick like four, and then another video of the 4, and then it's the tournament. Like, as opposed to doing every pairing.
Right.
Although I don't know, like, this was pretty fun actually, but
it was fun.
It was kind of fun. So I'll take a vote on that. Like, I don't know if people liked the extended. It was kind of neat. So, and it does give us content.
Yeah.
So there's that. But we'll get to all of that. So all right, guys. Well, that'll be it then. I hopefully see you tomorrow on Action Elite. If not, Friday for the space tournament. Take care, guys.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.